So the next step is I have to make an opening in the center so that I can make something that's hollow. You can spend time and make a perfectly centered pot or a perfectly centered piece of clay, and then when you open it in the center, you can knock all of that out of whack if you're not careful. So you have to really make sure that you pay attention to what your fingers are doing as you open it. I did slow the wheel down just a little bit now. The fastest you're going to be going is when you're centering. Everything else can be a little bit slower. The first thing I want to do is gauge how high my piece of clay is. So I am putting my finger against the side and then putting another finger across the top so I can see how tall this is. So as I'm going down into the clay, that will let me know that I should stop just below my knuckle so that I don't go through the bottom, okay? If you do happen to go through the bottom, it's not the end of the world. It's fixable. We can put some more clay down there and fill it in. But that's a good gauge at the beginning to know where to stop. Left hand on the side again. So in general, if you don't know what to do with your left hand, it's on a supporting roll on the side. I'm going to lay my thumb of my left hand across the top so it's just off of the center. I usually use my middle finger on top of my pointer finger like this. Some people have a hard time with that because the tip of their finger is really bendy and it like bends back a lot. You can use also your thumb of your other hand or just one of your fingers of your other hand, whatever works or feels the most comfortable. The main thing that's important is that you support your fingers that are going down into the clay against your thumb of your left hand so that your fingers don't twist around and go all crazy on you. I'm going to slowly start pressing down into the clay. If you go really fast, you're going to probably knock it off centered. So I'm just going to keep pressing down into the clay until I get to just below my knuckle. If it really drags on your fingers, you can stop and put a little water into the opening and then it will be a little smoother. I'm going to stop the wheel now. Even though I gauged this with my finger, I'm going to take a needle tool, I'm going to stick it into the bottom, I'm going to reach down, touch my finger till it touches the clay, and then lift up so I can see how much I have. I usually always go down too far, but that's enough bottom to work with. You should have at least 1/4 of an inch. If you want to be safe, you can go more towards a 1/2 inch on the bottom. So the next step is I have to widen my opening. The first thing you're going to be making is just a straight hollow cylinder, so I'm going to have a flat bottom. A lot of people forget this step. They open it and then they just go to the next one and they forget to widen it. So I'm going to get the wheel going again, about medium speed. Again, left hand on the side. You're going to take your middle 2 fingers, put them down to the bottom, and you're going to pull straight towards yourself. And again, do it slowly. Stop if things feel like they're getting out of whack. If you do it too fast, all your work centering will be shot. So I'm going to pull this out. Now, depending on how wide I pull this is going to determine how short it is or how tall it's going to be. So if I pull it out wider, it's going to be wider and shorter. If I don't pull it out as much, it's going to be narrower and taller.